You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Now I am.
For all you mad bastards loving the Big Show podcast, get up even closer on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok, or raw dog it 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
I'm furious.
Effin' and Jeffin', are you?
Pugsan
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
didn't turn down my headphones when I came in today. Just got my bloody ears blasted. Usually he comes in before I sit down and turns down my headphones. Did he do it today? No. Why? Because he was probably fart-assing around, flirting on social media or something.
Flirting on social media.
Having some sort of sexual chat with someone.
He's got him good. He knows Pugs. I'll give him that.
Totally, man.
He does.
You know what I mean? Some filthy...
Who sits in that seat now, though? Minogue.
Yeah.
Is he a loud listener?
I don't think so. I think
Yeah, I don't know
Somebody's
what's-
turning it up. Somebody's turning it up.
So is it even worse than I thought, that Minogue had it at a reasonable level and then Pugs came in and turned it up?
Yeah.
Just to
Although you do also
infuriate
like
me.
it very loud, Jay, so you might have been adjusting it to your likes. What did you losers get up to today?
I got up and simultaneously took my mother-in-law to the airport.
Yeah.
And then picked up Lucy's cousin, who was up with her partner.
Wow.
You must be so over family by now.
We get on very well, though, my age. Similar interests, you know. We then went to lunch and then went to a pub and had beers at Mission Bay.
Nice.
And then I dropped them
Mission
off.
Bay.
And then I came to work. They're staying out there, yeah. Yeah. It was nice, though. Really nice.
Nice day for it.
Beautiful. And we were on a rooftop bar, you know.
Yeah.
Good
a couple
shit.
of weeks ago, we went, my wife and I went and had breakfast in Mission Bay. Not
That's
Mission
so
Bay.
fucking awesome, man.
Saying how? Well, no, it wasn't. It was fucking shit. It sucked ass.
What sucked about it, Jace?
It was a terrible breakfast.
Sounds about right.
And massively overpriced.
That's what you're going to get in the
You
biggest
are.
tourist trap, and probably in Auckland, I'd say. Yeah, all the restaurants over there, I find, in my experience,
Yes.
are shit.
Well, the one I went to was literally just Good George,
right.
which
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
brewery,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
there for beers. You're not expecting amazing food. You
Yeah,
get a slider,
yeah.
a taco.
Yeah,
or something.
There are some reasonable places there, but I made a fatal mistake of not checking out the clientele when we walked in there.
All the ratings.
And then when I walked in there, I just had a bad vibe. And while we were eating
Racist.
our terrible breakfast, it was all elderly white men.
Right.
And they don't have a very
Good coffee?
high bar for
Terrible
brekkie.
coffee.
Terrible coffee, Jace. What did you order when you were in there, mate?
I got the salmon.
Salmon coffee. Well, that's got to be disgusting
No,
every day of the week.
Oh, I
for
got a
fuck's
flat
sake.
white, and
Sure.
I got the salmon and something else. And it was literally someone just opened a packet of salmon and just went plop.
There you go, you bastard. Poached egg with that?
There was a poached egg.
Yeah, how'd they go with that?
Hard boil. It was hard.
Yeah, sure.
There was no runny yolk.
How do you go with poaching an egg? You guys good with poaching an
Bloody
egg?
good.
Yeah,
My
best
wife's
in
a
the world.
gun. Jace is obviously the best in the world at it. But my wife's a gun at it. I don't really like poached eggs. I like scrambled.
Right. I like them all. I like all the eggs except for a hard boiled. Jace, when you're doing your poached eggs, Keyzie, you don't like them, so this is probably not for you.
Yeah, that's
this one.
fine. Yeah.
How do you poach an egg? How do you do it, mate?
Well, you've got to put some vinegar in the water to start with.
Well, obviously.
Everybody knows that.
And then what do you do, man? Next you'll be saying you put the
It
eggs in.
depends how fancy you can get fancy with it.
Jace, I'm asking you how you do it, mate.
You can do the swirl in the water.
No, but
there,
what
which
do you
gives
do,
it-
though?
Which gives it a teardrop kind of.
You, know,
look.
you can't do that.
Yes, I can.
Bullshit.
I absolutely can.
We're going to bring in a little gas cooker and a
It's
little
very
pot.
easy. You just got to create a swirl in the water and then drop the egg in.
Should
Yeah.
we start testing whether he can actually do these
It's
things?
a great idea.
Because
It
if
is.
you bring a little gas cooker and a pot with some water and some eggs, I guarantee you he'll fuck it up.
Yeah, especially because we haven't got a stovetop out there.
Yeah, with
True.
a gas cooker.
But generally speaking, what I do, because I can't be asked doing that most of the times, and I've got little metal rings
Oh, you got a metal ring.
Oh,
that you can
sit
put
them
in your
yeah.
boiling water and simmer, and then I just crack it in the ring, and then
right. So, yeah.
You know,
shit house.
That's cheating.
always running,
It's like McDonald's.
always nicely
Yeah,
cooked.
Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show Podcast.
It's not hard to
Do
poach
you do
an
it
egg.
like when you're doing it with dropping it into the swirling water there? Do you do anything with the egg first, or you just straight in there, crack it straight in the hole?
Straight out of the fridge?
Sometimes you can put it in a little bowl and pour it in.
Pour it in a ramekin, for example.
Yes, a ramekin for sure. Generally, if I'm going to do that, I'll just drop it straight in there.
I've found in my entire life that I've been unable to do a decent poached egg, and that's with the
Really?
swirling water.
Yeah.
Unless I just fill up a frying pan and it just simmers away there and I crack it into that.
Yes.
Swirling water, vinegar, you name it, shit.
Oh wow.
And now I've cracked it. And what you do is you crack them into a sieve, because the white, that viscous colour there, Jace, that viscous white it's got, there's two
racist.
parts to it. There is an outer part, so if you crack it onto a plate, there is an outer part which is really thin, and then the yolk that's closest to the white that's closest to the yolk is much thicker. So if you crack it into a sieve, then all that thin shit goes through.
Sure.
But the thicker stuff stays there.
Yes.
Because often when you drop it into the swirling water, all that thin stuff then spreads out all throughout the water.
Can do.
It does, and it's a fucking mess. So if you sieve that shit out and then put the thick stuff in, now I'm making perfect poached eggs.
It depends on.
But they're obviously not as good as Jason's.
They're not as good as Jason's.
It depends on the temperature of the egg as well. That's quite
Are you
important.
fridge or pantry?
The ultimate poached egg should look a little bit like Keyzie's nips.
I know. I was like, here we go. Are you fridge or pantry with your eggs?
Pantry.
I'm fridge.
I'm fridge too.
I'm fridge boy, they call me.
But that then does affect, like, for example, I was
boy.
making an egg sandwich on Wednesday night.
Yes.
But your wife made them in the end.
Yeah, she fucked it up a wee bit. That's all good. I wanted 3 soft-boiled eggs, which are 8 minutes, but because they've been out of the fridge, I went 8 minutes 30 last time. Right. And that was perfect. You know, you got to account for the fridge eggs.
Yeah, do you? I never
do.
do. I don't make any adjustments whatsoever
Oh,
for
really?
bread in the fridge. I assume it's out of the fridge they're talking about.
No, usually it's out of the pantry.
Yeah,
isn't it?
right. Well, they never mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do 3 minutes out of the fridge for my poached eggs. They're perfect. Perfect. But what I don't like about it is that my daughter loves poached eggs and she only wants them, and they're a pain in the fucking ass to make.
Do you know what was sick?
I genuinely find them very easy.
No, but it takes a long time to make them. So you
Well-
can't put in, for example, at home I've got 4 people there. I can't just drop 8 eggs straight into that swirling thing because they turn into a shambles.
Well, if you're cooking it for 4 people, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Was you just
I thought
cooking
you
for
just
yourself,
mentioned your
Jason?
daughter.
Oh yeah, well she always wants them, but then if we're having eggs, it's like I'm not making 9 types of eggs or 2. I'm not making 2 types of eggs.
Do you know what's good?
I'm making 1.
And you should look into, man. I reckon you'd love it. And Mogi Jr. would definitely love it. Get some chickens.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, because we had a flat with chickens for 4 years, back into the property there, little, like, one of those, like, temporary fence set up, wire number from Mitre 10, and a little coop, 4 big hens, fresh eggs every day. My wife was eating so many poached eggs, they were delicious.
No ass.
Fresh out the arse.
Fresh out the anus.
Yeah.
Fresh out the down.
One
The
thing I've
cloaca.
never quite ascertained, because there's a lot of different science on it. Like I was sort of under the belief that you shouldn't have any more than 2 to 4 eggs a week.
Right.
Oh, they're always changing their tune on
And
eggs.
then other people are like, oh, no, you can have bloody 8 or 10. They're bloody great. It
Are they
doesn't
good?
matter.
Are they bad? What's the deal?
Yeah,
Well,
so
I
I
have
don't know
3 a day.
I don't know the perfect number of eggs. So
I had
generally
3 a
have
day,
4.
and my cholesterol's fine.
Right.
So
My cholesterol's terrible, apparently.
yeah, I know it's because you don't have enough eggs.
I love the I love the apparently. So have you been to the doctor and had it tested?
Last time I did, yeah.
When was that?
4 years ago.
It was terrible, so I haven't been back since.
Yeah.
How
I
dare
mean-
they tell me I've got because I've got the best cholesterol in the
I'll
world.
tell you what, I don't need his negativity. You know what I mean?
He's such a downbuzz dude.
Keep your fucking
He's
negativity to
always
yourself,
telling me I'm
mate.
sick as a dog. Fuck you.
But to answer your question, what have I been doing? I've just come from an ocean swim, Mogi.
Oh, yeah.
With my lovely wife.
That makes it sound like you go swimming in the ocean.
Yeah, that's true.
When we all know you don't.
I don't.
Was it not?
No, I dolphin and
You dolphin.
float and
Yeah,
just
right.
chill out.
But your legs sink.
No, they don't.
Oh, you got good floating.
Yeah, I'm good at
I'm
floating.
a terrible floater.
Oh, and I was actually thinking of you today while I was floating on my back
Jacking it.
with my massive rager
Ripping ass.
poking out of the water.
Like a shark.
I was floating on my back and I crossed my legs. And
Oh.
I floated even better. Have you ever crossed
Did
your
you?
legs?
I
Yeah.
haven't tried that.
Yeah.
And I floated even better.
That's a sick
I haven't
thing.
done
Can I just qualify that by saying I am a terrible swimmer?
Yeah.
I can float, but I'm a terrible swimmer. Okay, guys, you happy now?
I'm a good swimmer.
I just assumed you'd be the best in the
I'm
world.
a
at it.
competent swimmer.
Do you reckon if we brought you in here to poach an egg, you could do a good job?
Yes, I do.
Honestly, this is exactly the sort of shit that we've got to do.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
really is.
Because it's so easy to do it.
It is.
And he's so good at it.
It's yeah. And not only does he say he can do it, he says he does the teardrop one.
Well, that's what I want. The
dream.
teardrop.
You
He's like,
know-
it's easy. You just swirl it, no dramas.
Speaking of eggs,
Oh, we've got to do this.
I'm still
Next
waiting.
week.
I'm still waiting for Pugsan to bring in his famous hard-boiled chili
Oh, that's
eggs.
right.
He said he would. Soft-boiled chili eggs. I'm still yet to
I'm
see
pretty
one.
keen on one of your recipes as well there for one of your ramens or some shit.
I'd like to. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what he does with the sticky beef.
Yeah.
Well,
next
actually,
week,
do I want to know what he does with the sticky beef?
I've got a little plug-in hot pot thing that we take camping.
Right.
Bring that in. Pot of water. What else do you need, Jace? Couple of eggs.
White vinegar.
Well-
You listening?
Clearly, if I'm doing fucking poached eggs, I'm going to need eggs.
How many eggs do you want to do?
8 at a
8.
time.
All right. We'll make it happen, man. Hey, listen to the Hauraki Big Show 4-7 on Radio Hauraki.
But
Really
there's a
good.
very specific
Okay.
vinegar I need, Keyzie.
But we bring it in then.